You okay walking?
Oh, Nigel.
I don't really go to chicken shops, I just eat them.
What about the powder curry?
He's 6 years old, is she? She goes mental.
Hello, sir. Hiya, how are you? Hey, take a voucher with you, mate. Oh, you got. Do you pay for gas and electric? No. Oh, you're all right then, mate. Don't you worry about it. Have a good day.
Remember we've only got 2 hours left. She's really
Sorry, mate.
No, I was just preaching about to say three matches.
Because they're going to leave it with me while they go across there. Now it's a lorry driver, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Because at least the bike there, he actually reported.
He's real, isn't he?
got to go back at your keys back. I don't really want to go back at it.
detail's been rubbish today. She's like, no, not today. Rabbies, I know, well, I shouldn't be in either. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, of course, yeah.
Quality. If they can get all that, that brings that area back to life.
Yeah.
Takes second drop.
Oh, that would be good. No.
It's very French.
Well, I presume you do. She would know about it. You have to have the conversation about it.
Like, do you know what I mean? Where they just
the House of Jordan. Come on. Again, George Game Show. Is it? Everyone. So if you eat, right there. Have a lovely time. Many laughs. Hello, Natalie. Hello, Natalie. Yes, we're having a Georgian game show. It's half past 11. Yes, the Guildhall.
Going down to the Catholics.
Yes, do that. Yes. Yes. Let's see that. You need to invite something before. Yes. Thank you very much for saying hello. Ooh, there's a man there with a. Hello, sir. Very strange. Hello. He's a hello. Hello. How are we ladies? Oh, very splendid. These ladies look as though they're out for a good time. You're on the launch. Yes. You're on the launch. Yes. Well, you should have a better time than they have to.
You might break it.
Peregrine on top of the cross up there on the other side. There's a peregrine falcon that perches on the cross up there on the other side, on that side there.
I see TK. I see TK. Nail bar near the Greggs and where Wolves used to be. That was fucking cool place, that. And Shaq's the shoe
I worked
shop.
there. I was just about to say Shaq's.
Yeah, I worked there when I was 17. Where they had like flip-flops that had like the front on the toes. Yeah, I loved it.
You just got to get used to it. I think.
Because I pushed my leg forward.
They got small crowds.
I'm sure they have, yes, I'm sure.
them.